Okay, on the top of the roof at Alamosa, I think it's 1624. Yeah, it's got to be 1624. And this is called driftwood. This is a Pabco Premier 30 roof. And those are the vents. This looks like it was stocked by ABR, American Building and Roofing. Installation is fine, but they did not seal the roof. This looks very fresh, like it was just installed weeks to a month ago. You can see that none of the ridge cap has been heated, and anything in November or later has to be heated. The lines aren't that straight on the ridge cap, but all of these are sticking up, in which they are not going to go down unless they are heated. They're supposed to be hand sealed, which what they mean is a torch. You've got to torch this off. I mean, these are sticking up really high. Watch. Look at that. That's 2.5 inches right there sticking up. And the nails have not been caulked or sealed. The ridge cap is facing the correct way, which is good, away from the wind. But yeah, the decking seems fine as I'm walking all over this. And I don't see any seams behind the vents, which is a good thing. But all these nails need to be caulked. All these shingles are loose because they have not been sealed properly. So let's walk down here in this little cricket area. In this little cricket area, that's completely rotten. That siding is completely rotten, and the trim there. So that is a definite issue that needs to be addressed. This fascia that's running into the it's completely rotten. I could pull that off with my hands. But there is step flashing behind it, which is code. All right, let's walk over here. Yeah, there's fascia on this house that is rotten. The trim around the windows is rotten. All these are hand nailed. It looks like they hand nailed these because those aren't out of a gun. Those are not out of a gun, those nails. And there's only one company in town that does that. They think that it helps to put on a better roof, but that's really not the case. Here, look at this fascia is completely rotten. All of this is rotten. All of this. Look at this. It's just completely rotten. And it's kind of normal. They did go kind of high when they cut. This is called cottage lap. When they installed, they went a little bit high because this area, this gap, there's only 3.5 inches there. And so you barely got the metal underneath it. So that's kind of high. That's proper over there. This is really kind of high here, especially if snow builds up there. But this is completely rotten. 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 Yeah. More nails with no sealant on it. Here's some step flashing issues that I've seen before that I wanted to look at and to make sure. Here's the proper gap for a piece of step flashing. Not this. These are only 11.5, 12 inches long. And you've got about that right there. So there's only a 1/16 or 1/8 of an inch that is overlapping. And then they went 3.5 inches here, and then they go 12 inches here. That is rotten. That belly band is rotten on the top and down there on the bottom, as I showed you before in those other videos. This fascia should have been replaced. Okay.